Well, I guess first off, brilliant show.
Thank you very much. Sorry, what was your name again?
Jason.
Hi, Jason.
How do you feel about like all the people who say that these British bands like Travis and Coldplay have picked up where you left off with OK Computer and
Well, no, they haven't got to OK Computer yet, poor chaps.
yeah,
They're still stuck with the Bends, really, aren't they?
yeah.
You know, I mean, if the Bends sold as many copies as the Travis record, I'd be all right about it. But I think I don't get too stressed about it because when we were touring with REM, I just watched Michael all the time, and I just he was such a massive influence on me. I couldn't help trying to imitate him, which is maybe a mind-boggling concept. But so everybody imitates everybody, and everybody steals, and everybody. It's simply a question of how blatant you are about it and how comfortable you feel with it afterwards. That's kind of all I've got to say about it, really.
Yeah, at one point I heard you said it.
There's one band called Muse,
Yeah,
who I draw the line at Muse because they openly slag us off, as well as openly rip us off, and that is like, how fucking dare you, really? There's one thing to imitate, and then to slag off the person you imitate, it's like, well, go down in a ball of flames, you deserve it. Because that's just not cool. That's incredibly bad karma.
Yeah. Recently, Stanley Donwood had his music, his artwork on display in England. I read.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you make it over there to see him?
No, not at all. No. I mean, we did have this rule about not turning up to the galleries if we ever put any work up. But very much the stuff that he put up was kind of more him than me anyway, and I absolutely hate galleries with a passion, and I hate that whole thing. But, he wanted to do it, he wanted to do it. He's really proud of some of the stuff that he's done. So, as I say, those things like Cheese and Wine, Rich, aesthetes, I don't know. I had all of that knocked out of me at art college. Never want to go there again.
So you would never be interested in doing your own artwork at an exhibit?
Oh, I'm too shit. I mean, I can only work with art when I'm inspired by music. That's the stupid thing about it. That's what's great about standing, because I just get incredibly frustrated. But it's sort of like I can see things, and I just sit there writing it all out and trying to draw it. But he's so much better at it, and he's got very heavily he sort of understands. It's weird because we built our own studio and he hangs out like quite a lot there, and it's really great to just watch what comes out when we're working. We'd like to have a lot of people working on different things all at once, because it's sort of mania, but it's great, because it's just happening and you don't even realise it's happening. There's stuff on the floor, there's tapes in the corner, there's it's sort of chaos, but that's as a creative person, I think life goes through phases like that, where like there's the bomb going off for 6 months and then nothing. Like at the moment, I'm in a complete nothing phase. But I'm sure, like Stanley's doing now, and what I'm doing now, when we compare notes at the end of this period, it'll make a lot of sense. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's work. It's actually work.
I heard that your last fall when you came to New York, your shows were going for 500.
Yeah, that's true. But then everybody knew we were coming back.
But I mean, it's not like you're getting that money. It's the people who.
Yeah.
It's not like it's your fault.
No, I know. I agree that sucked. It also sucked that we have to use Ticketmaster. It also sucks that we have to use SFX.
Have you ever considered doing something through Waste, like where like someone like Pearl Jam, they have like you pay $35 for a year and you get guaranteed one pair of tickets to any show on the tour. I mean, you have to pay for them, but you're guaranteed pretty good seating and
I guess you can do stuff like that, but fundamentally there are two companies that control they have a total monopoly on live music at the moment. I mean, this whole tour has been it's almost killed our management, because trying we've had endless meetings sort of trying to find places to play where we agree with the site. We don't feel that we're being fucked over. We don't feel that it's like, you're playing in a room full of hoardings, advertising and things like that, and blah blah blah. And the amount of ish, and the amount of creaming off going on, the amount of utter corruption going on in the live music scene in the States, and now the rest of the world is fucking mind-boggling. To even like just do something half decent, like we've had to compromise all the way down the line, and it's a nightmare. In our ideal world, we wouldn't go anywhere near Ticketmaster, we wouldn't go near any SFX. But the only time, what's the name of the guy in Pearl Jam, the singer? Eddie Vedder, yeah. The only time I met him was backstage at the Ralph Nader thing, and we talked about the Ticketmaster thing, and he said that in the end it was just that became the issue. Nobody was talking about the music anymore, and nobody was talking about what they actually do. Everybody was talking about how they were taking on Ticketmaster, and really, he was sort of saying, don't go there because it's a nightmare. The choice is, the choice that we had one meeting where it's like, well, do we bother even going to America? If we have to deal with this scum, then can we not just skip it? Let's not bother. But then it's everywhere, as we've discovered. SFX have bought everybody out. Ticketmaster, they charge all this ish, and there's no good reason for it. They're just this huge company, and you have to bow down if you want to get your tickets out there. That's it. It's bullshit. Complete bullshit.
An example of last week, all the people last week in DC, they wanted to get their money back, the refund.
Right, they're not going to get the service charge, the $5 service charge.
You're joking?
No, it's non-refundable.
Well, something's got to change, because I've seen they're reaping such serious bad karma on themselves, man. It's all going to go up in smoke.
And one last question, I'll let you go. We lived in, you lived in a parallel universe. What do you think you would be doing if music was not an option?
Well, I don't see how it would be not an option.
Well, I mean, if that was something that you weren't going to be doing, other than music, what would you be doing?
I'd go start raving mad. Really, seriously. No question at all.
Well, if it was there and you could listen to it and everything,
but I couldn't do it. No, I couldn't do that. No.
So you can only see yourself doing music.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't work. I would go potty, definitely.
It's a good thing that we're not in a parallel universe.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and it's a good thing I still have access to an instrument.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Jason. Do you think anybody will listen to that? It was a bit like technical, wasn't it? Well, it's because your knowledge is very specialist. You think?
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, it was great. It was great. I mean, it'll satisfy some people. I just trying to imagine it on a modern rock station.